Well, Valentine's Day is less than a week away.
Yeah, federal and state officials, though, are warning people about romance scams. CBS 58's Taj Mahal is here in the studio. And Tajma, hey, I understand these kinds of scams are on the rise here in Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's right. FBI data shows Wisconsinites have lost more than $5 million to romance scams since the start of the pandemic. Experts say more people are seeking social and emotional connection after being isolated, but you might want to think twice before giving your heart or your money to a stranger.
We saw a lot of romance scams increase amazingly due to and because of COVID.
Lisa Schiller is the director of investigations for the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau. The BBB tracks scams nationwide. For people who don't know, what is a romance scam?
Well, there are a couple of different types of romance scams. We have the general romance scam, which is really common. A lot of people were home alone. They were feeling lonely. People were jumping online, as we know, and they were, meeting somebody or, somebody that they thought was somebody. But oftentimes, they're catfished, which means that the person on the other end really doesn't exist.
Romance scams often lead to the victim giving large sums of cash to someone who is not who they say they are.
Eventually, and sometimes sooner rather than later, they will get to the point where they know they have the victim, hook, line, and sinker. They're already attached, and now's the time to hit them with whatever reason it is that they need money. Somebody in the family has to have emergency surgery or something happened to them. Something that'll tug at their heartstrings.
Romance scams often go unreported because many victims are embarrassed to speak up. Some populations are more vulnerable than others.
Older populations generally we see are a little more vulnerable to these kinds of scams because it goes back to that looking for connection element. So a lot of the times, they're just less connected maybe to their family or, they have fewer friends that they can connect with.
Courtney Anclam with AARP Wisconsin's fraud team says it's important to look out for your older loved ones to keep them from becoming a victim.
They're maybe less tech savvy, and so they're less aware of kind of the warning signs to look for and how to navigate and investigate those types of red flags.
So if you or a loved one meets a stranger online, it's important to know the warning signs. Ask specific questions about details given in their profile. If the person avoids meeting in person, that's a huge red flag. And most importantly, be suspicious of requests for money or gift cards. Live in the studio tonight, Taj Mahal, CBS 58 News.